I can't buy this because I don't have any money.
Right.
And so she said, look, you take the Mustang, we know you're gonna get a job soon, and this Mustang is gonna change your life.
Get some tunes queued up. Here we go. This is a nice little road up here. All right, welcome back to Deja Vu Crew.
Woo!
We got Megan. Hey, from Louisiana, my hometown. Yeah.
What do you seatbelts in this thing?
Putting on the seatbelt is like a whole episode in itself. Okay. Wow, we did that in synchronicity.
We got it.
I can't even believe I know that word.
Woo! What a life.
Yes, what a life we live.
What a life.
Welcome to town.
Woo!
So, if you haven't followed me much, I have like 4 different YouTube channels, and it started with wakeboarding, and it's just like I changed the name every 4 or 5 years because I got better at filmmaking. So if you look up my name, Reese Dockhand, you can find some old wakeboarding films. And why don't you tell people about kind of how you found out about me and what we were doing up there in Louisiana Tech?
Reese was doing some cool things at Louisiana Tech. He was trying to build his wakeboard team, and I saw what he was doing. So I said, hey, let's get down here to South Louisiana and link up with us. And he did, and we made a lot of magic happen. Had a lot of good times. A lot of fun.
I just remember my phone ringing, and she says, this person that I don't know on the other line, hi, I'm Megan from LouisianaWakeboarding.com. I know you don't know who I am, but I know who you are. And I like what you guys are doing out there, and I think we should collaborate on a few things. My first sponsor as a athlete, a wakeboarding athlete, and it was really cool to be recognized for the work that we're putting into in the collegiate sector. And man, we went to Red Bull competitions. We went to these crazy house boat parties in Lafayette, where like these LA pro wakeboarder riders were coming into town. So we really felt connected to the community, and it was all thanks to this woman right here to my right.
There was a lot of other people involved in that. We had a very strong community, fun times, a lot of good people. I've met some of my very best friends through wakeboarding. Anytime I'm traveling, I always try to catch up with them, which is why we're here.
Yeah, it's
now.
been like about 10 years since we like last fully hung out.
It has been 10 years, at least.
At least. And then she says, you know, hey, I'd like to catch up. I'm in town for a little bit. First day we can actually hang out, we go straight to a G naught
Straight to the water.
Straight to the water. My buddy Nick was putting 20 gallons into his G and had this crazy idea of wanting to do some double boat wake surfing tandem.
Yeah, that made me a little nervous. You know, back then I was always real crazy about safety and keeping you guys safe because you guys were wild, man. I was a little older. I'm like, look, you can have fun, but you're not gonna get hurt, not on my watch.
Right.
So that whole tandem, whatever the hell was going on that lake Sunday, really, yeah, made me a little nervous.
We like to push the limits, which takes me to my favorite road ever. This is the back roads. We're going to Aviator Paramotor, speaking of pushing the limits, and safety, which our school is rated one of the safest in the country for paramotoring. We're heading to Lake Wales, and we're gonna get my girl Megan here a tandem, which I don't think you've ever been into any small aircraft like this before.
No, not like this. No way.
Yeah, she actually lived, I know you have a little bit of a history with Matt Minyard too. I think she dated your sister or?
No, one of my best friends was involved with his brother.
So she knows Matt Minyard from way back when. She also knows his reputation, and she's like, hell no, I'm not getting in the air with that crazy song.
No, Matt and I hung out when I lived in New Orleans, and he would always try to get me up with him with my camera. I was really big into photography back then. This was about 10 years ago, and Matt would hang out with us in New Orleans and always wanted to get me in the air, and I was like, no, you are too crazy. There's no way. It's not happening. So.
That's right. You did a big stint in New Orleans, and you got hooked up with, was it Sissy Nabi or Big Frida?
No, me. I was there for different reasons, but yeah, Cheeky Black is. Cheeky and I are still very good friends. such good friends that I know her social security number. So
Oh, damn.
that's how close we are.
Well, you are a banker, or you were.
Well, I was in IT, but
Yeah.
I worked for a bank. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I spent 7 years at Regions Bank.
And I think that's when I kind of met you. When
I
you,
had that job when you met me.
And then
That's
you've
correct.
recently switched professional careers, which I don't know how much you can divert, but I love to talk a tiny bit because if you're into aviation, she's got some cool aviation stories.
I do have a cool aviation background now. I just joined a company it'll be 7 years in August that I'm with them. It's private aviation, and basically all I can tell you is that I buy and lease airplanes, very big airplanes.
In large quantities.
In large quantities of them. And then I take care of those airplanes, everything that they need from catering contracts, maintenance contracts. In fact, I just got a bill this morning for a 737 engine overhaul.
Oh my
so
God.
I know every
That's what I
single
wanted to ask
thing
next.
about airplanes except how to fly them. Everything from sending them to maintenance, to catering them, to navigation databases,
Wow.
anything you need to fly a large aircraft.
What
I
was
know about it.
So we fly paramotors, and with maintenance on that, it's fixed on basically a weed whacker engine. So the most you're out is maybe a couple $100 at the most end. What's the biggest? I don't know. We haven't listed who you work for. What's the biggest dollar amount you spent on an engine maintenance item?
7 million.
7 billion?
Million.
Oh, I was gonna say
Per engine.
7 million for an engine.
Yeah. Per engine.
Per engine.
Per engine.
And there's multiple engines.
There's multiple
Oh
engines.
my gosh. Fun times. Well, that's so exciting to have you back down. We're gonna go hang out with Brennan. You haven't seen Brennan in a long time.
I have not seen Brennan. So when I lived in New Orleans, Brennan and I, we worked together. A friend of mine owned a paddleboard and kayak business on Bayou St. John. So he worked there over a summer. So the last time I saw him was probably 9-10 years ago, which also reminds me, time passes by so fast because that feels like yesterday. But I've been gone. I've been out of New Orleans for 7 years now. So yeah, it's crazy.
Well, welcome to beautifully overcasted Florida. Thank gosh, because we put the top down.
Yeah, we'd be flying.
We're gonna cruise, put some music on, just catch up, shoot the breeze, but we're gonna enjoy the rest of this windy road. Oh, Mustangs. We can talk Mustangs.
Yeah, well, I have a Mustang. So I have a 2015 GT Premium, and she is my pride and joy. And she has a great story. So I moved to Houston with a suitcase, a carry-on suitcase, a bicycle, and a little Shih Tzu named Parks, after Parks Bonifay, the Pearl wakeboarder.
Nice.
And my friend Kat, who is very big in the wakeboarding industry, who is also a G23 owner, it was her and her partner's Mustang. And so I went up to Austin and said, you know, I really love this Mustang. It's so gorgeous. And at the time I was unemployed. I had just moved to Houston. I didn't have a job. I didn't even have a dollar in my bank account.
Dang.
And so I leave Austin and I get a phone call from Kat, and she says, my partner and I would like you to have this Mustang. And I said, Kat, I can't even put gas in the Mustang. Like, I don't know, like, this is so kind, but I can't buy this because I don't have any money.
Right.
And so she said, look, you take the Mustang, we know you're gonna get a job soon, and this Mustang is gonna change your life. So I get the Mustang, and shortly after I get the Mustang in Houston, I get a phone call from a recruiter, and the recruiter says, hey, you know, I got an interview for you, blah, blah, blah. I go to the interview, I end up getting the job. It's still the job I have today.
Congrats.
So the first day I pull up to my job in this Mustang, and the president of the company walks into my office shortly after I arrive, and he says, hey, is that your Mustang outside? But I didn't know he was the president. Okay. So this man walks in my office. I'm like, yeah, that's my Mustang. And he's like, oh, that's my wide body Charger or Challenger. I forget which one it was he had.
Nice.
And he's like, that's mine out there. He said, whenever you have some time, you know, come see me, and I want to check your car out, and I'll let you check my car out. So I said, okay. So I sat there for a second, and I was like, well, I don't really have any task yet or what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay.
So let me go find this man and let me go check out his car. So not knowing, I walk into the president's suite of my company, and there he is standing at his desk, and I say, hey, I have some time. And all the ladies, there was executive assistants all around, and I did not know this, but so I'm just walking into the president's office, basically, and these ladies are like, what is this person doing? She's the new girl, like, you know. And
you
so,
got an appointment?
still at this time, I have no clue that this man's the president.
Right.
And so we go outside, I flick him my keys, he gets in my Mustang, he cranks it up, he revs the engine, and he's like, it's real nice. And so I get out of we get out of my car, we start walking, he flips me his keys, I get in his car, and I do the same thing. I rev the engine, you know, make a bunch of noise, and we go inside. And that was the start of my friendship with him. But going back to the Mustang and what my friend Kat told me, that it would change my life, it did, because that formed another friendship with my boss, who I'm still very good friends with today. So, yeah.
And it's the community.
Mustangs.
It's the community. It's so awesome to hear. Like, I can tell you a story right now. I'm on set at the new Epic Universe grand opening right now. Its grand opening is underway, and I was on set. Green as can be, basically for the role of utility on production. And I don't know the name of cables. I don't know what they do. So I'm asking questions because I'm a sponge. I like to learn, especially in production world. And I mentioned, you know, like, hey, you know, I kind of got into this from skateboarding because I love to film what I am passionate about doing. Same thing about wakeboarding. But I didn't mention wakeboarding at this time. But this guy that runs the production truck, this big old multi-million-dollar production TV truck that broadcasts to major networks, he just takes me kind of under his wing, and he starts going hard on like all these cables, all these inputs, all these outputs on all these trucks, taking his time, walking through every bit of this truck. And I'm like, this is such a cool experience. Like, I'm getting a college level education right now. And at the end of it, he's like, you know, I kind of got fired from running the truck. I ran this truck for years, making hundreds of thousands of dollars on production, but gave it up because I didn't want to take the COVID shot. Bought a sailboat, live on the coast of Florida. And he was telling me his history of how he got started in the filmmaking. And in that story, before he got into the movie truck, he started the Wake TV channel.
Oh, wow.
How great. I just found this out like yesterday.
That's
And
cool.
he's like, I'm going to bring you a gift tomorrow, and he's going to like give me a DVD. I didn't get to see him on set today. But like how the community, you know, we embrace each other. So one person gifted you a Mustang. How cool is it that we're in the wakeboarding and now we're in the Mustang community?
Yep.
Two really, they produce, you know, awesome people. The community's great.
So yeah, my Mustang, I love the car, but it has such a good story that I will never ever get rid of it. I've gotten so many offers, people wanting to buy it, but you know, she's never going anywhere. So
just like this one. You got a name for her?
Mustang the Stang. Mustang.
Mustang. Mustang the Stang.
Mustang the
And
Stang.
it's black?
Silver. So silver, and it had some black rally stripes, but I had to take those off because the sun got to them, so I need to get those back on. But yeah, she's pretty.
Silver GT standard?
No.
Automatic?
Yeah.
In the exhaust, do you have anything done to it? Because they sound good.
No, I think there is some aftermarket exhaust, but I have not. I couldn't tell you.
Best sounding
But
car that I think.
It sounds great, yeah. She's
Well,
got
how
a good
cool.
bubble.
It started the job career on the right foot.
Yeah.
That was a really good Mustang story.
Yeah, I got a good tire shop in Houston, has been open 50 years.
Nice.
And then I got a good, trustworthy mechanic shop that's woman owned.
Nice.
I think she's been around for like 30 years.
That's
so
rare.
those are the only two people that touches our vehicles. I love Houston. We live in the middle of downtown. It's like living on vacation. Oh, there she is.
Hanging out.
So.
Behind lock and key. You know, pretty well protected at an airport. See if anyone's at the Red Barn. We have that shop and we have this shop.
How's it going?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you.
What, 10 years?
Dude, or longer.
We're out here. We got to get the Red Barn. Wait, selfie. This is great. This is awesome. Nope.
Whoops.
Whoops. All right, we made it to Aviator. Unfortunately, the weather's probably not the best for flying, so instead, we had an awesome drive. Megan, thanks so much.
Fantastic, man. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
Thanks
both.
for coming in. This would be your arsenal of trikes that you would have been on one of these, getting a tandem ride, but we'll save that for another day. But I'll give you a shop tour before you head out and we'll get some dinner. But we'll end the video right here. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Deja Vu. Thanks for Megan for coming down and seeing us, spending time out here. It means a lot because we are all so busy. Great to hear about your Mustang story. Great job, Deja Vu, for keeping us safe. We'll see you next time.